A slew of Phoenix police SUVs swarmed the area. One of their own was alive, but Rumain Brisbon is dead.
I'm not a very emotional person, but when a close friend dies, this was wrong.
Friends bring flowers to the scene to memorialize the father.
He was trying to feed his kids. He bringing his kids food. I went with him. He went in the house and he got shot. He didn't have a weapon.
And that's the part that concerns Ann Hart, chairwoman of the African American Police Advisory Committee for South Phoenix.
It gives you the impression that it's open season for killing black men.
Police say Brisbon and his SUV matched the description of a suspected drug dealer. When confronted, there was a struggle. Brisbon reached into his pocket, the officer reaching in too, and believed Brisbon was clenching a gun. The officer fired twice into Brisbon's torso. A heartbreaking death for Hart, who wonders how this could have been prevented.
We need to look into that. We need to take a deeper dive into why police officers are feeling compelled to shoot and kill as opposed to apprehend and detain, arrest, and jail.
We don't have a duty to retreat as a police officer. In fact, we have a duty to investigate in this particular case. And he made a decision when the suspect got out of the vehicle, believing that he would leave the area, that he was going to intervene.
Police say they understand the heightened sensitivity given recent events across the country.
We always have been and always will be concerned about what it is that our residents think about our role in this community and the levels of force that we use. All we can do is provide the details and share them with people in hopes that they understand the type and the nature of the job that our officer was trying to do last night.
Phoenix to pay $1.5 million to family of Rumain Brisbon, unarmed black man shot by police. Rumain Brisbon had just pulled into the parking lot of his North Phoenix apartment complex on a December day in 2014 and gotten out of the car when a police officer confronted him. What happened next is disputed. The Phoenix officer, Mark Ryan, has claimed that Brisbon reached for his waistband after being told to put his hands up, then started to run away. A struggle ensued, and Ryan, who said that he thought that he felt a gun in Brisbane's pocket, fired 2 shots in self-defense. 2 witnesses, Brisbane's friend Brandon Dickerson, who'd been sitting in his car, and Dana Klinger, his girlfriend, tell a different story, which was reflected in a lawsuit filed in May 2015. It argued that Ryan had no probable cause to detain or arrest Brisbon, who had gone out to pick up food at McDonald's for his girlfriend and their 18-month-old daughter. Brisbon had exercised his constitutional right to keep walking without engaging in conversation with defendant Ryan, the lawsuit noted. In response, Ryan initiated a confrontation with Rumain Brisbon by charging after him and forcing him to retreat to the doorway. Regardless, the end result was the same. Brisbon was shot in the back at point-blank range in front of his girlfriend and toddler daughter. The gun Ryan thought he had felt turned out to be a vial of oxycodone pills. Brisbon was black and Ryan is white. Wednesday, the Phoenix City Council approved a $1.5 million payment to Brisbane's family, settling claims filed on behalf of his mother, girlfriend, and children. Representatives for the Brisbane family couldn't immediately be reached to comment on the settlement on Wednesday afternoon. The Phoenix Police Department declined to comment, but confirmed that Ryan remains employed with no restrictions on his duty status. 2 city council members, Jim Waring and Sal DiCiccio, voted against approving the payment. DiCiccio argued that the settlement would set a bad precedent, as the officer, in DiCiccio's opinion, had done nothing wrong. Brisbane's death in 2014 led to numerous protests and a larger conversation about racially discriminatory policing in Phoenix, which ranked second in the nation for the number of police-involved shootings at the time. Nonetheless, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office declined to press charges against Ryan. In an unusual move, the Phoenix Police Union issued a 3-page statement after the shooting, which stated, Mr. Brisbon had the choice to live that evening. Representatives for declined immediate comment on the settlement. Jarrett Maupin, who helped organize the demonstrations after Brisbane's death, described the settlement as another example of the city of Phoenix paying significant sums of money to the families of people of color that did not have to die. While the settlement funds, without doubt, help to ease the suffering and provide a sliver of hope for some kind of a future for these families, he said, the need for meaningful police policy and training reforms and prosecutions of police who violate fatally or violently people's civil rights is critical. In particular, officers on the Brady list should be fired, body cameras should be mandatory, and recruiting more Black and Latino officers should be a top priority, Maupin said. Until systemic and institutional racism is rooted out of the Phoenix Police Department, taxpayers can rest assured that they will continue to pay millions of dollars to the families of people officers needlessly kill or injure or harass. The case brought forward by Brisbon's family was murky at best, Maupin added. The fact that the city of Phoenix paid out this sum on such a weak case shows me that they are very vulnerable to almost any similar litigation because of their poorly enforced policies and procedures.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.